Week 5 of the fantasy football season, and here's a few kickers I look to drop this week. The first guy, Jake Elliott, Philadelphia Eagles. So Jake Elliott, I thought he would be good this season here with a high-powered offense in Philly. But his fantasy day was Week 1 at Detroit with 8 fantasy points, then Week 2 versus Minnesota 6, Week 3 at Washington 6, and Week 4 versus Jacksonville 5. So right here, Week 5, I think we could see a good shootout versus Arizona with Philly in this Cardinal team. But right now, there's no reason to trust Jake Elliott. He's failed to reach double-digit fantasy points this season kicking the football. And this Philadelphia Eagle team, it's either extra points or short yardage field goals he's been getting this season. So first 4 weeks through the season where he's not producing good fantasy numbers or better kicking options out there, he's an easy kicker to drop this week. The next guy's Brandon McManus of the Denver Broncos. So this Bronco team, their offense finally woke up a little bit in this one, even though they lost 32-23. Versus the Las Vegas Raiders. And Brandon McManus in this ball game, only 5 fantasy points now the last 2 weeks. Week 3 versus San Francisco 5, and Week 4 Vegas 5 fantasy points. So Week 5 here, this could be a shootout type of game on a Thursday Night Football versus the Indianapolis Colts with the Denver Broncos back at home. But Brandon McManus, it's just been like this throughout his career. He'll put a few double-digit fantasy games together, and then he'll fall off with mediocre ball games. He's been an inconsistent kicker. It's not really his fault. This offense is still trying to find their identity, and now with Javonte Williams supposedly with a serious injury the time of recording this video, we'll see until the news breaks out if he'll be good to go or not. That's another big hit to this offense. Pretty much this offense has been Cortland Sutton or bust for the most part for this Denver Bronco team, and right now, not getting a lot of opportunities the last couple weeks here from McManus. And it's just tough right now to own him as a kicker with so many good options out there. And the third and final kicker I look to drop this week's Nick Folk of the New England Patriots. And Nick Folk, he had a decent fantasy day versus the Green Bay Packers in a hard-fought ball game. But they fell short, obviously, in that one where Nick Folk only had 6 fantasy points. So right here, Nick Folk, only 1 double-digit fantasy day this season. Week 3 versus Baltimore, 30 to a 39-yarder and a 50-plus yarder with 2 extra points. In Week 5 here, they versus a Detroit Lion team that could put up points in a hurry, even though they're 1-3 on the season. But right now, this Patriot team, I don't know if they could score with this offense, especially as St. Brown and DJ Chark return to the lineup here. So Nick Folk, he's up there in age. He's been in the NFL 15-plus seasons already here as Folk, and he's had a good career, but this New England team, they're just not getting the job done. And with Brian Hoyer or the rookie Zappi in there, it's going to be tough for this team, I believe, to score a lot of points and even get in field goal range over the next few weeks here. We're going to see a lot of mistakes probably from the rookie Zapp if he's going to start with Hoyer out with the injury. And we'll just see what happens. But right now, there's better kicking options, offenses out there than this New England team. Now, I'd rather own their kickers than folks. So that's a few kickers I will look to drop here for Week 5 of the fantasy football season.